Hi everyone, what's up? Welcome back. This is Gistwithgee. I just like to talk. I like to yap, and I will yap in front of a camera. Right. So I have a grievance. I have a big grievance, and it's not with me personally because I don't do this. But I don't think it's a grievance per se. I think it's an interesting one. People who miss flights. Now hear me out. You said, you know what? You're at work, managers annoying you, you're thinking, right, I got annual leave coming up, let me book a little holiday. 1 week Portugal, yeah? Cool. Now this is April, you're booking the holiday for, let's say, October time, early October. Put in the annual leave, been processed, approved. Come! Book the flight, hotel, this, that. Now, you're in the preparation. You know your time, leaving Heathrow, Terminal 3, let's say about 4 p.m, land in Portugal a couple of hours later. You're taking off, say, October the 10th. Now, you miss your flight. But you booked it in April. You got the annual leave approved. You knew what terminal you were leaving from and the time the check-in opened. How do you miss your flight? That's I don't get people who miss flights. Like there's always extenuating circumstances. Like, okay, maybe there's a car crash on the M25. There's a family emergency. You have a sudden case of diarrhea, whatever the case. There's extenuating circumstances. So use the spirit of discernment. Yeah, don't come at me and be like, oh well, sometimes I'm bad at timekeeping. No, you booked a flight in April, so be serious. Now, I don't even think it's a matter of. One second, guys. One second, because something's not making sense. Yeah, I struggle. It's not like a bus. You see, like, bus times can be very inaccurate sometimes. Like, the other day I was waiting for the 97. It said 3 minutes. I was there for 15. That's different, yeah? It's a journey that I've decided to make today or maybe the day before. That's different. But a flight... you see those shows, yeah, like Airline and them shows back in the day where like they're like, oh, but I turned up, but the flight is still here, but the check-in's closed. You want the entire flight to wait for you? Who are you? I'm not understanding what's going on. I don't understand how someone can miss their flight if there is not an extenuating circumstance involved, or there's something happening at the airport. That's when I can excuse it. But otherwise, it's something that you've planned months in advance. It's like it's like how I really struggle to understand it, you know. Maybe it's just me. Again, I could be the one who's being a bit of a, well, life isn't perfect. Sometimes things go alright. Life isn't perfect, but this is a flight that you've booked in advance. You see them man there that know, like, the last match of the season, yeah? Which I think is the 25th of May, if I'm not mistaken. Premier League. Everybody's playing. Yeah, you see, that's it's not the same thing, but, like... You got that there. This is something you're looking forward to. Like, every team is playing. Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal. If you guys actually, come up again. But you know what I'm saying? And I'm a girl. I'm a girl who loves to leave London. So if I love London, but I love leaving London. Do you know what I'm saying? If I have a chance to get on a flight and leave, I'm gone. I will start. If I book a flight today, I will start counting down the days from today. I'll start writing lists. Maybe it's just the girl thing that I do or girls do. I don't know, but I'm there. If the check-in says it's 16:55, I'm going to be there at 16:55. I don't care. If I'm taking an Uber, I'm not paying parking charges. I will sit in the airport. I don't care, but I'm not missing the flight. And one thing about me, like, I'm a girl that loves to get places. Yeah, I'm a girl that loves to be in my comfort zone. Like, this is actually a good segue. You see, like, when you go to a rave or a motive or you go to someone's yard, yeah, I can't be someone who crashes somewhere. It's very rare you find me that let me just spend the night. Very few. I can count on one hand the houses where I'd spend the night, and probably 3 of them are family. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I'm a girl that loves to go home. I'm a woman who loves to go home. I don't care if it's 4:30. I'm going home. I'm booking an Uber. I'm going home. I love my comfort. I've always found it fascinating that someone's like, yeah, man, I woke up in Wimbledon, but I don't even know how I'm gonna get home. I'm home, and I don't know. I think it just gets to an age, yeah, as a grown, like when you're an adult, I think, or just as obviously you just have to just be a bit like, use your noggin. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know that you can't go somewhere and not know how you're gonna get home. I've never understood that. Maybe it's pretty privileged, so there are people who can actually step out their yard but even still, have a contingency plan. Because if that pretty privileged goes left, brother, you're left right there. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't do that. And I just think it's the irresponsibility of it all is so, you know. And by the way, this is like why I always say to people that planning is, no one's saying plan each minute of I had to unlearn that myself. No one's saying plan each minute of the day, but just have that idea in your head, like, okay, if I'm gonna get an Uber there, if I'm gonna get a train there, I'm gonna get this backwards. I have a designated driver. But these things of just vibe, I'm just gonna rock up and see what happens. No, no, big man, no. Like, I remember, like, Kampala nightlife reminds me of this year. That's another thing. Kampala, city that never sleeps. It must have been like, I'm not going to name names because I think they're probably going to know who they are. Or they might not actually, but let's say, I'm going to use Teletubby names. So I must have been out with Dipsy, Lala, and is it Poe? I don't remember. Let's say I'm out with Dipsy and Lala, and one of Lala's friends comes through. So obviously Lala's friend has come on a vibe of, oh, I just wanted to rock up and see who's in the joint, innit? And I'm already sus like, you're a leech, innit? But I kept my cool, you know, doing my 2-2 step, and we're just having fun. So it's time to bar hop now. But Lala's like, oh, let me come with you, which is cool because if we're all going to the same venue, I mean, might as well. But it starts to seem a bit shaky when Lala starts trying to make phone calls about, oh, driver this, like, Sybil, where are you? I'm gonna need a lift home. So I'm looking at Dipsy and Lala, like, and Lala obviously knows Lala knows Lala's friend, innit? So Lala's like, oh, looking long, but I kept quiet. My lips are dry. Jesus, I haven't drunk enough water today. So must have been, yeah. So now this is like now winding up to like 5 a.m. typical Bandali manners, Bandali Rai style, yeah. And now, so we're obviously all hopping in the whip to go home because me and Dipsy are in the same yard, and Lala is obviously Dipsy's like brethren, so Lala stays over all the time, so that's calm. Lala's friend now is scratching his head. Yeah, scratching his head. You know when your head's hot, you know when you go to the supermarket, yeah, and it says card declined, but you know there's money in the card, and you're looking like the guy like, my guy, there's money, man, I'm not a brokey. And so he's scratching his head, and so Dipsy's like, Dipsy says to me like, oh, this is looking long, because obviously Dipsy's the driver. I said, you know what, like, you have two options. Either Lala is gonna have to go with his brethren, or I mean, yeah, or Lala friend. I'm gonna, yeah, because this person in question, the one who just came on the vibe of, I don't know how I'm getting home, Lala's friend, is just gonna have to hustle. So in the end now, Lala ends up staying in the bar. Because so we bumped. We bounced. We said, yeah, we're going home, innit? We're going yard. So Lala said, oh, yeah. Lala's friend's like, okay, I'm cool. I'm going to stay for a bit. Now, Lala was feeling sad for the friend, but I said, he said he's fine. Let's go. I said he or she, whatever the case may be. And so Lala's friend, yeah, gets a call at 8 a.m. My man is still in Dubai. He's not found transport. Bearing in mind, we left at 5 a.m. So, all in all, Lala's friends, the friend of Lala's friend, yeah. So another person. Let's call Lala's friend's friend. Let's call them. What's the name of that character from Tweenies? Let's call them Jack. So Jack gets Lala's friend like a lift home. And I'm thinking, how do you even do that? Like, how do you even... the concept of stepping outside not knowing how I'm going to get home is very, very scary to me. Not just because something could happen to me, not because, because I'm super responsible, but just the idea that I'm gonna, because I can't enjoy my night. I'm thinking, how am I gonna get to my yard? Because as I said, I'm gonna reiterate, I'm a woman who likes to go home. I'm a girl who likes to go home. I like my bed. I like that my slippers are there. I like that my towel is there. I like the temperature of my room. Unless absolutely necessary. Like I said, I can count on my five fingers, and 3 of them are probably family, where I can just spend the night and it's calm, it's cool, no qualms about it. But other than that, see ya. Yeah, so I think, and I hate using this phrase a lot, but the spirit of this discernment, I think, is definitely, people don't have good judgment. It's not even just lack of common sense anymore, it's just good judgment. People don't have the spirit of discernment, and it's worrying. Like, it's not funny anymore. It used to be funny, I used to laugh, but now I'm just like, people is just crazy. Like, even things like just common courtesy when you are out. Like, let's say, again, I'm gonna use Kampala nightlife as an example, because that for me is probably like the best. That's the best sort of scenario I can use, because I haven't really been outside in London in quite a long time. Let's say, again, I'm gonna use the Tweenies this time, because I've already used the Teletubbies. So Jack, Bella, and Milo, yeah. So me, Jack, and Bella have gone out to the bar. So, Milo has come along. Now, I don't like Milo. Jack and Bella know this, but because Jack is a family, and Bella's sort of family as well now. But I've tolerated. I said, you know what? I'm gonna enjoy my night. I'm gonna Ray Charles it. So we've ordered for a bottle, pay for that bottle. I don't like embarrassment, so the bottle comes and pay for the bill. Now, second bottle comes, Bella pays for that bottle, yeah? Cool. Now, Milo comes along and pays for the bottle. Just for context, and I mean, doesn't pay for the bottle, my bad. Just for context, this is Bella's birthday, yeah? But we've all gone out. So I've paid for a bottle, Bella's paid for her bottle, and Milo's come along and ordered a bottle. So obviously, we're expecting that, hang on a second, if you've not come and asked what the situation is money-wise, you must have the bread. Apparently that was not the case. Now, my guys come along, the waiters be like, sir, the bill, this is the bill, are you paying by cash or card or mobile money? My guy points to my man, birthday boy, birthday girl, birthday them. I said, huh? I said, huh? I'm like, so I've nudged Jack like, what going on for my man? Like, what's going on here? And he's completely said, like, I'm not, like, I thought you lot were. Who's you lot? I couldn't believe it. I think it's because, like, maybe cultural differences and stuff like that, but I thought common courtesy across the board. My man came, ordered for a bottle, knowing he didn't have the bread, and then had the cheek to point to my man. So obviously everyone's looking around each other. I said, you're gonna have to scratch your heads, because I'm not scratching my pocket. That's impossible. Again, common courtesy, judgment, lack of common sense, spirit of discernment. And again, you know, by the way, there's nothing wrong with not going out if you don't have it. I want people to understand that if you don't have the bread and you don't step outside, no one's gonna know. Someone will know if you step outside and now you're like, oh, I can't. No one's gonna know if you sit in your yard comfortable eating your crisp and watching Netflix. Will anyone question you? No. Why didn't you come outside? Oh man, I was tired, man. Gym, it was long, man. I did leg day. You literally, no one will know. And I think people, it's because lifestyle is killing people, isn't it? So you want to be outside or fear of missing out, whatever the case may be. Guys, please, let us all use spirit of discernment. Let's act like grown-ups. Just a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just with G, man. Just with G.